Welcome back to Grammar Grade 9. This is Unit 11, Lesson 81, and today we're adding the boldest mark in the punctuation family, the dash. You spent the last several lessons mastering the quiet, careful comma. The dash is its louder cousin. Where a comma murmurs a small pause, a dash announces one. We'll use it to signal a sudden break in thought, to spotlight an aside, and to introduce a summary. And we'll see exactly how it differs from the comma and from the parentheses you'll meet next time. Let's dig in. Here's the whole lesson in one idea. The dash is punctuation with a raised voice. Where a comma whispers, a dash creates a strong, visible pause. It makes the reader stop and pay attention. A dash does two big jobs. First, it signals a break or shift in thought, a sudden turn in the middle of a sentence. And second, it sets off information with emphasis, spotlighting a phrase instead of tucking it quietly away. Hold on to this. The dash is the loud punctuation mark. Everything else today grows out of that one idea. Let's start with the first job, the abrupt break. Sometimes a sentence changes direction partway through. The writer stops, reconsiders, and swerves. A dash marks that abrupt change in thought perfectly. Listen. I was about to agree, then I remembered the last time. Hear the swerve? The first part, I was about to agree, heads one way, and then the dash throws in the brakes and the sentence turns. Then I remembered the last time. That single stroke captures the sudden turn far better than a comma could. A comma would just glide past it. Now the second job, setting off extra information. Sometimes you want to drop in an extra detail, a side comment, without ending the sentence. You can fence it off with a pair of dashes, one on each side. Watch. My oldest brother, who moved to Denver, is visiting next week. The main idea is, my oldest brother is visiting next week, and right in the middle we've slipped in the aside, who moved to Denver. Because it interrupts, we need a dash before it and a dash after it. The dashes fence off the aside on both sides, like two little gates. And notice the tone. The dashes don't hide that detail, they emphasize the extra detail, holding it up for the reader to see. A dash can also do something a comma rarely can, introduce a summary. When you've listed several things and want to pull them together, a single dash gathers them up. Look, courage, patience, and honesty. These were the qualities he prized. See how the dash gathers the list into one idea and then names it? You can use the same lone dash to spotlight an appositive, a renaming phrase, at the end of a sentence. She wanted just one thing, the truth. That final phrase, the truth, lands with real weight because the dash sets it apart and lets it stand alone. A lone dash spotlights what follows, giving it the last emphatic word. Here's where the dash really earns its keep. Take one little aside, risky as it was, and punctuate the same sentence 3 different ways. With commas. The plan, risky as it was, worked. That's the neutral choice. The commas barely raise their voice. With dashes. The plan, risky as it was, worked. Now that aside jumps out at you, the dashes turn up the emphasis. And with parentheses. The plan, risky as it was, worked. But wrapped in parentheses. Now the aside slips almost out of sight. Parentheses tuck it away as a quiet minor detail. So remember the scale. Dashes shout, parentheses murmur, and commas stay neutral in between. Choosing the right marks is really choosing how loud you want the aside to be. We'll dig into parentheses next lesson. Let's boil it down to a quick check. 1. Is there a sudden break or turn in the sentence? Drop in 1 dash. 2. Do you have an aside you want to spotlight, not hide? Wrap it in a pair of dashes, 1 on each side. 3. Are you adding a summary or renaming at the end? Introduce it with a single dash. And the feeling behind all 3? Reach for the dash when you want emphasis, when a comma feels too quiet and you'd rather turn the volume up. Answer those questions and your dashes will land right where they belong. Let's practice. Time to practice. In this first set, I'll give you a sentence with a blank where a mark might go, and you decide what belongs there. Think about which job the dash is doing. Pause the video and choose before I reveal each answer. He almost told it the secret, blank, but caught himself just in time. The sentence swerves. He starts one way, then pulls back. That sudden change in thought calls for a dash. So the answer is a dash. My car, blank, a rusty old thing, blank, somehow still runs. The aside, a rusty old thing, drops right into the middle and needs setting off on both sides. So the answer is a pair of dashes. Fresh bread, ripe fruit, strong coffee, blank, that was breakfast. A single dash pulls that list together and introduces the summary. So the answer is a dash. Nice work. This second set is about tone, how loud you want an aside to be, and where the dash beats a comma. Same idea. Read carefully, decide, and pause before I reveal each answer. You want to emphasize the aside, and I mean everyone. To make it stand out and grab attention, you want the loud marks. Dashes emphasize. Parentheses would hide it. So the answer is dashes. You want to quietly tuck away a minor detail. To slip it out of the way, you want the soft marks, not the loud ones. Parentheses de-emphasize, tucking the detail aside. So the answer is parentheses. The team needed just one player, blank, a reliable goalkeeper. That renaming phrase deserves a spotlight, and a single dash gives it one. So the answer is a dash. Let's gather up what we learned. Use a dash to mark an abrupt break or change in thought, that sudden swerve in the middle of a sentence. Use a pair of dashes to set off and emphasize an aside, and a single dash to introduce a summary or a renaming phrase at the end. And keep the big picture in mind. Dashes emphasize, parentheses de-emphasize, and commas stay neutral. 3 tools for 3 different volumes. Next lesson, we'll meet those parentheses up close. Keep this at the center. The dash is the mark that turns up the volume. Nicely done. I'll see you in the next lesson.